My own opinion is enough for me, and I claim the right to have it defended against any consensus, any majority, anywhere, any place, anytime. And anyone who disagrees with us can pick a number, get in line, and kiss my ass. Christopher Hitchens. Folks on the left side of the political aisle recently have started to use terms as catch-alls for folks on the other side that they disagree with. The one that I've found most disingenuous, most intellectually dishonest, is dog whistling. Dog whistling is used as a way to, without having to prove or refute the words and ideas being conveyed as a gotcha, as a, I know your secret code. I am super smart and so much smarter than you that I know what you mean by the things you're not saying, the things that can only be heard by ears that are not tuned to what's being said. It's the conspiracy theory catch-all for the left, and it is the easiest way to shut down topics and opinions that the left does not want discussed. It is the modern day fellow traveler, without having to say, oh, you know what, this person isn't a Nazi, but they're a fellow traveler. They're really tagging along with the Nazis. They're crypto-fascists, a term that means abso-fucking-lutely nothing. No, they're dog whistling to fascists because they're not fascists, but they're dog whistling. They're useful idiots. I have to point out that the vast majority of people that use this term in this way are autistic or suffer from an autistic spectrum disorder. I think that the truffle hunt for purity and secret codes and conspiracies is as equally loved on the left by autists as it is on the right. This is what I would say the only valid use of horseshoe theory is that, borderline functional autists think the same way. They just find purity in different forms on each side of the political spectrum. I'm not one to engage with the mentally disabled. Nor do I punch down. So I don't typically go directly at these folks because, it's for the most part not their fault that they've been undertreated and poorly served by their caretakers and mental health professionals. But it is also unfair to take their paranoid conspiratorial ramblings as anything more than, anything more than autistic screeching. This modern day witch hunt, of which we can only find out by drowning the witch to determine whether they float or sink. That's the only way we can know if they're a witch, right? We're not dogs, so how can we tell if they're dog whistling? This is absurd. This idea that there are these special ed mind readers that somehow know what people mean when they say things that they don't say is absurd. It is intellectually dishonest at best. More likely, it's intellectually bankrupt, as I've needed to start saying when folks take these tacks. The appropriate way to deal with these folks is to intellectually shame them for the liars that they are. And that word should mean something to these self-appointed fedora-tipping intellectuals. They are liars. They are lying to themselves, they are lying to their audiences, and they are lying to the folks who they would slander with their claims of dog whistling. They're not dogs. They're not blowing on whistles. You don't know what they mean. You can only discern what they say. If you'd like to discuss the things that they say, that has intellectual honesty and rigor. If you want to try to fill in the blanks and read minds, well, for skeptical folks, there sure are a lot of psychics, and it is disgusting. The lack of investigation, the lack of desire to determine what someone means can only drive someone like myself to poke more at that apparent taboo. You know, I said something on Twitter a couple weeks ago, and I've repeatedly said it since. Any topic which receives an automatic social consequence as a taboo must be investigated. It demands it. The fact that I'm being told as an adult, as a fully capable thinker, that I am not allowed to discuss or look into something, as anyone with any self-respect, I have to. You understand this? Like you can't discuss Jews. No, I'm going to discuss it now. The louder and longer you tell me I can't or shouldn't, the more I think I need to. You know, you want to tell somebody who's bringing up a subject that you think shouldn't be brought up, explain to them why. Explain to them why any conspiracies that you think that they're buying into are wrong. Prove them wrong. Don't try to socially pressure or taboo or thought shame, if you want to use, some of your fucking leftist bullshit words. You're thought shaming people. They're thinking the wrong things and they're trying to discuss them, and that's wrong. Fuck you, you intellectually bankrupt hacks. I will not accept anyone telling me I cannot think or say or discuss or disseminate any subject, and I will vociferously support anyone who is breaking those taboos every fucking time, both with my voice, which is small, with my words that are poignant, but more importantly, with my wallet. Every person you folks try to shame for trying to have an open discussion is just going to make me give them money every time. I'd love to hear if anybody would like to disagree with this, because I'm not sure how you can, but I'd love to hear the actual argument as to why people shouldn't discuss anything. Please leave a comment below. Like or dislike as you see fit. Subscribe if you want to see more. We'll see you next time, folks. Peace.